Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be diving back into my media journal. So here's a quick little flip through, but I also will link the playlist below if you haven't checked out the other videos that I've already made working on those pages. So basically this is just a Heidi Swapp Storyline Chapters mini album. So it's roughly like a 5x7. I'm using some In a Creative Bubble printables that say currently watching and currently listening. And then I'm documenting different media that I've consumed recently, mostly TV shows with a few movies and audiobooks, things like that, kind of sprinkled in there. And it's been really fun to document. So I just printed off these cards or these printables as a 5x7, and then I just printed them off right onto regular printer paper, so it's nice and thin, and just kind of very easily adding a photo of something that I watched, getting to use my stamps and playing around with all of this kind of stuff. So it's been really fun. So for this first one, this is a TV show that came on Apple TV called Severance, and we loved it. I will say that everything that we're documenting today were 5-star ratings for me. So this was a great show. We really liked the concept. So basically, it's about a group of people who were severed, which means that your work and your home life are completely separate. So whenever they are at home, they know the building that they work in, but they cannot remember what they do as a job, who their coworkers are, anything about their work day. And whenever they are at work, they can't remember anything about their home life. So they don't know where they live, who they live with, if they're married, what their life is about, what they do in their spare time. Nothing like that. So it's such a just crazy concept, and it was really interesting to watch. So me and Will watched this one together and we really enjoyed it. So I knew that I had to document this one. So a couple of these things were back in April and then a couple were in May. So I basically just add a few things to this album whenever I have something that I want to document. The majority of everything that I've documented has been something that I've really liked, but there have been a few things in here, or a couple things that I didn't like that much, but it was polarizing for me because I didn't like it, so I wanted to document it as well. But for all of these, 5 stars. So I love this show, and I'm really glad that I am able to document it, because a lot of these things, every now and then I do document TV shows, books, things like that in my project life, but not always. So I definitely don't think that I mentioned this show at all in my project life. So it's fun to just have this little journal to be able to flip through and see things that we watched, hear a little blurb about it. And also I found that I love to rate things. So I think I blame Goodreads, because I'm on Goodreads now and I love to keep track of all the books that I'm reading, and I really love to rate the books, even though the rating, it doesn't mean that much, but it's just kind of fun to rate them. So I've also enjoyed rating everything in this album as well. So I always kind of keep a formula whenever I'm working in this album. So I'm using my stamps. I'm pretty sure that that alpha stamp is an older one from Citrus Twist. I think it's really old if so, but it fits in there so nicely. So I typically use that. I'm using that same stamp set to add the title. I'm using the same little random stamps that I do have that have like media themed sentiments on them throughout. So I'm pretty sure a lot of those are from maybe Paper Person, or even from Kelly Purkey before Paper Person. All the stamp sets that I'm using, unfortunately, are quite old. They're just things that I've had for a long time, but it is really nice to be able to use them in this album because I don't really use my stamps that often. So it's really fun. And one of those specifically from Paper Person, I think, is made for like TV shows. So there's a lot of great words on there, like comfort watch and reality TV. And there's like a little Oscar, and there's the Netflix symbol. There's all of those kind of things. So it's really fun to be able to have a reason to use those stamp sets. So this one, the second one that we'll be documenting, is the book Finley Donovan is Killing It. So I absolutely adore this series. There's also a second book out, and I believe that the third one is going to come out in January. So I love these. If you're into just like a lighthearted mystery kind of book, I definitely recommend it. I will give you a little secret here. I did not actually listen to this book. So whenever I was prepping everything that I was going to be documenting, I kind of forgot that the card was listening based. So you get to pick if it's music, audiobook, or podcast. And I totally forgot about that it was an audiobook. And I actually just read this book like with my eyeballs. So I did not listen to it, but I do listen to a ton of audiobooks. So we're just going to pretend for the sake of this video that I did listen to it so that I can document it. So, yes, this book is a cozy mystery and was the first cozy mystery that I read and got me really into wanting to read cozy mysteries in general. I would say this one is a little different than the typical cozy that I have read, though. Because it's really, really funny and like quick witted and stuff, which I think really it has its own voice for sure. But it is like a cozy, it's like a very easygoing, lighthearted mystery with a little murder in there, but it's funny and it's really easy to read, and it's not scary at all. It's not like a thriller. So definitely recommend it. It's a super fun, easy read. So I had to document that one and gave it 5 stars. So now we're going to be moving on to a couple other ones, and I was really excited to document one of my favorite reality shows, The Circle. So let me know if you're into reality TV as well, but I will admit I love it. I don't watch as much reality TV as I have in the past. Like back in the day, me and my mom used to watch like every season of The Real Housewives. You know, we loved all of them. We definitely still watch Sister Wives. I'm a huge Big Brother fan. Every summer, it's Big Brother time. It will be starting next month, and I cannot wait. But I will say that I also am a sucker for all of the Netflix reality. So I've watched Love is Blind, The Ultimatum, and my favorite, The Circle. So I absolutely love The Circle. It does low key remind me of Big Brother a little bit. It's definitely a totally different concept, but just kind of the strategy portion and all of that kind of reminds me of Big Brother in a way. So during the off season, it's fun to watch The Circle. So if you haven't watched that, it is a great reality show. It's kind of all social media based, and basically nobody sees each other. They can't hear each other. They just have a couple profile pictures, and then they communicate through a circle chat. And the point is to be the most popular, to like show off your personality and try to make it to the end and have people vote for you to win. But the thing is, you can be a catfish if you want. So you can be pretending to be someone else, and it just makes it all spicy and fun. So on this particular season, the Spice Girls were on it for a couple of episodes, Scary and Baby. So that was like extra fun because y'all already know how I feel about the Spice Girls. So that was really exciting. But it's just a really fun show to watch, and I always really enjoy it. But season 4 in particular, which was the season, was I'd say my favorite season. So I love season 2 and season 4, followed by 1, and then 3 was my least favorite, but also still good. So it's really just a easy show to throw on, and it always makes me laugh and all that kind of good stuff. So I gave this one 5 stars as well. So you'll see that I've added a few little stamps down at the bottom. I love the big arrow. I also am always happy when I can add the Netflix icon. I really wish that there was other like providers, because I basically have them all: Apple TV, Peacock, Hulu, HBO, Netflix, all of the above. So it would be fun to be able to document where each one came from. I could still document that anyways, but I just think it'd be fun to have a little stamp of them. But love that one, and glad that that one's now in the books. And then the last thing, you'll already know, I had to document Stranger Things season 4. So I'm sure everyone has watched this or will be watching this pretty much, but I love Stranger Things. I've been a huge fan of Stranger Things since the first season, and I have definitely missed it. I don't think it's come on since maybe 2019, I'm pretty sure, something like that. That's the last time I remember documenting it. So it was so awesome having Stranger Things back. And even though this was just like part one, and there are a couple other episodes that will be coming on in July, I still just wanted to go ahead and document it. I know it's 5 stars. Absolutely love this first volume. So I just went ahead and documented it because I needed another show to document, and I've been really excited about Stranger Things. So once again, I just find all of the like posters, movie posters kind of thing on Google. So this is just a great project to work on if you don't have any photos and you just want to like Google some images and document them. It would also be fun to document some of your all-time favorites in here. I love to just rate things and talk about things that I'm watching and things that I'm reading. I just am a really big lover of documenting media stuff. I love putting it in my project life. I love having my reading journal. It's just been so fun. And so this is a great place to put all of those things that I may not always be talking about. Or even though I did document Stranger Things in my project life, I just threw a movie poster in there. I didn't really talk about it. So here's my special place where I can review it and put my rating and all that kind of fun stuff. So I really love this album, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. This is also a great thing to just put on an audiobook or watch something on TV, and you can kind of zone out. You don't have to think about it a lot, and I love projects like that as well. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like. Please also consider subscribing, and I will be back at you soon with another video. Thanks, y'all. Bye.